Hi, my name is Andrew from ai-coustics, and today we're getting started with the ai-coustics Python SDK in under 5 minutes. To begin with, we'll be at the ai-coustics homepage. We'll either create an account for the first time or log in with a pre-existing account. If you're creating an account for the first time, bear in mind we only take business addresses. I've already created an account, so I'm going to go to the login button here, where I'll log in with my Google account. This will then take me to the developer portal. At the developer portal, I can either go and have a look at the API section or the SDK section. Today, we're going to focus on the SDK section. On the left-hand side, you can see that there's an area for generating SDK keys, or you can also navigate to the documentation, where we have a lot more information about the different models we provide and the different SDK features. If we navigate back to the developer portal, you can see there's a button to create a new key. We'll select this, call it Getting Started. And there we go, we have our license key being generated. We'll copy this for later. So after generating our license key, we'll then head on over to the GitHub repo for the Python SDK. We actually support a number of wrappers, not just Python, but for the sake of this demo, we're going to focus on the Python use case. We're going to then scroll down to the Quick Start section, where we have a basic audio enhancement example code, and we're going to copy this from the README and navigate to a Visual Studio Code project, which I've just created a blank canvas here. We'll then need to use a project manager, Python project manager of your choice. I'm using UV to create this project. And then we're going to navigate to the main.py and replace that with the code from the README. From there, we need to add a few dependencies, the most important one being the SDK itself, UV add AIC SDK. We also want to add sound file and also .env for handling our license key. So in regards to the license key, we're going to navigate to this folder where I created a .env file, and I'll move this over to our new project. The .env file, if we open it with the text editor, you can see has our license key from the portal, just pasted in here. If we then move back over to the Visual Code project, everything should be ready to run. So UV run python main.py, and as you can see, the example completed with no issues. So now that we have successfully run our first model, the QuailL model to be specific, we are now going to enhance some audio. So for this next example, we're going to create a new Python file called enhance.py, and we're going to navigate back to the GitHub repo to the example enhance WAV file section, where we will copy the code under example usage back to our Visual Studio Code project, where we'll head over to enhance.py, paste that in here. We also need to import numpy, which is missing here, and a little bit of code from something I prepared earlier, which is just a little if section to test the function we've just made. Next, we just need to grab some input audio to test. So here we are, some input audio. It's just speech and some room acoustic that we want to remove and enhance. Here's the input sound.
Be other dogs on so vast a place, but they did not count.
So yeah, we want to remove that ambience. So now that we have our codes, this should be ready to go. So we will do UV run python enhance.py, and once it's completed, you'll see that it has rendered the enhanced version of the input.
Be other dogs on so vast a place, but they did not count. They came and went.
Sounds so much better. Perfect. Now that you're up and running with our Python SDK, feel free to check out more of the documentation through our developers portal, as well as join us in the Discord group to ask questions, request features, and also receive some exciting news on the updates that we have in store for you. To navigate to the Discord group, you can go to the support button in the developers portal, and this will give you a direct link to the server. We look forward to seeing you there. Thanks very much.